it's your girl Fairy Queens here, and welcome back to another live stream. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing amazing. Today we are going to be reacting to the KI live stream, which should be starting literally any second now. So it's supposed to start at 4. And it is 4. I just rushed to complete a thumbnail, and I am apologizing because it's not the best thumbnail that I've ever made. Let me pull it up really quick so that way you guys can see. Let me find it. Okay, yeah, I apologize. It's not the best thumbnail that I've ever made in my life, but I rushed so quickly to create this because I know that the KI live stream is starting like literally any second, and I was out. I was at a Mexican restaurant, so I had like no time to come back and create this. But welcome to the stream. Hi Acid. Are notifications going out? Because I don't think they are, which I guess it doesn't really matter because it's an early stream anyway. But notifications don't look like they're going out. We have 3 viewers. That's just YouTube for you, though. That's literally just YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and ping my server. Notifications aren't working. Or maybe they are now. Maybe they are now. Oh, hi. Hi. Maybe they are working. Did you guys get notified? Or I don't know. Anyway, I don't think they're working. Notifications aren't working, so I'm just gonna ping my server. Hi! Welcome! And send. And publish. KI's going live within like the next minute. Oh, there they are! Oh, what do I do? Here we go! Yay! I gotta send this to my other servers real quick. I know it's black. Just give me a second. I gotta send this to the other servers really quick. I'm sorry. Putting this on Twitter, and then we can watch. Okay, there we go. Here we go, guys. Wow. Let me know how the audio sounds, okay? Let me know how the audio is. Be perfect. Be Nana. I'm gonna say hi. Usually every time I send a message to the people, the hall monitor like times me out. Sounds good to me? Okay. I'm excited. I love reacting to KI Live. Whoa, there's a little bit of a glitch right there. Do you guys see that? Oh, look! It's Matt Nedick! Wait, we can't hear them. Oh.
I'm not hearing you over the Twitch stream. But hey, I hear myself. Hi, everybody. It's Decius. Apparently, I'm the only one who can talk right now.
Oh no, we can't hear him! This is awkward.
Can you hear me?
No, you're muted.
How am I doing?
Can you hear me? I hear Sam. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, we hear Matt Nedick. Matt Nedick, you go.
Oh, hi, everyone. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties.
Hello? Hello? You hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh my god, this is so sad.
Yeah?
I don't know.
No?
I can hear you, but anyway, Jetters and I are apparently the 2 with working audio at the moment. So welcome to KI Live.
I mean, look!
I don't really have too much of it crazy intro prepared. That's Manderson's job. But
And as you can see, I just had a failed to detect your
Okay.
microphone because I
There we
switched
go.
microphones. So everybody should be able to hear me now.
oh,
So
can we hear him?
Sound great
Clear?
now.
Sound
Yeah,
good
we
now?
can hear now.
Chat, can you hear Manderson?
Can you hear me?
Yep. Okay,
Yay!
good.
All
I
right.
had no intro prepared. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start the show over again because I love doing second takes here. So hopefully all of you fellow Wizards, Pirates, and friends from around the Amigo community can hear us now. Welcome to February's KI Live Friendship Festival edition. We have a fantastically fun show for you today, aside from the technical difficulties that always plague us. But hey, you know what? That's part of the show. It's a fun show. If it was boring, we wouldn't want to watch it anyway. So this is
That
what
is
makes
true.
it fun, right?
That is
There we
true.
go. So today's show, again, is going to be a lot about your questions. We had some fantastic ones submitted pre-show. We appreciate everybody's responding to our announcement on social media and bringing to us all of your great questions. And we have a few of those to answer today. We also have some fun twists in the show, a couple of things to present and to talk about. So we're always excited to show some new stuff. As always, somewhere in the middle, we'll have the giveaway code and to see if anybody can guess it first. In fact, we also have Matt Netake has something special to talk about shortly, so be sure to stick around for that. For all community news, general game updates, things like that, please keep watch on our social media channels.
And his audio cut out.
Emily. Look, here.
Your audio cut out for me for a second. It's back.
Oh, okay. We may have Twitch acting up again.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
always a possibility.
How
All right. Well, anyway,
okay.
let's see where the show goes from here, folks. Let's meet some new friends as well. How's everybody doing in Twitch chat? Is there
I'm
anybody
doing
new to the
amazing!
spiral here in Twitch chat today?
I'm doing amazing.
Go ahead and say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And I also have a kind of a roll call question for all of you here.
Shadow Magus.
Welcome.
Magus.
Maggots.
Welcome. I tip my King's Isle hat to you. In fact, I tip my, well, now I'm going to choke myself in the process. Anyway, trust me,
God.
it has Wizard 101 logo on the back. It's there.
That's so sad.
And, oh, we got a bunch of new folks in the chat. Welcome, everybody. All right, so I have a question for all of you. Roll call question. This is from our Gamigo community live streams here. We wanted to ask, we had a couple great questions last time on this, and now we want to ask how many players have actually played Wizard and Pirate all the way through at
Oh,
least
no, not
once.
me.
So if you played Wizard
Not
all
me,
the way
not
through the
me.
storyline and Pirate as well, let us know in chat.
I've
Your
only
experience.
played Wiz all the way
Let's see
through.
the veterans out there in the spiral.
I'm sure
Alright.
there's some people that have also played through multiple times on multiple characters.
I was going to ask that. I was going to say how many times, and I know there's some that have like all, you know, like 7 wizards and or more.
Ink
and
Droid says 5 times.
5 times?
Wow,
15
like
times?
15 times?
Wow.
Wow.
Does it count if you dual box? Does that count as 2? Or if you quad box, does that
Yeah.
count as
Yeah,
4?
why not?
Or is it one
Yeah, sure, why
I
not?
playthrough?
guess so.
Why not?
Okay. Because I dual box. So I'll count it as 2.
All
I've
right.
definitely done it on Wizard. I'm still like right near at the end Pirate. I haven't finished. I haven't gotten to the Kane fight just yet.
How many Pirate fans do we have in chat right now?
I mean, I'm a fan
If
of
you're
the game
watching the show,
itself.
you can also
but
tune into the chat. You're welcome
the
to participate.
community,
We have a bunch of veteran community members also always in the chat that help out in
sorry.
answering some of your
God, sorry.
questions. Always don't be afraid to show support for your fellow wizard and pirates. We're always happy to see that support, especially if you're new to the community. All right, well, I think we have some pretty cool news here to talk about. I believe some of this is for you, Professor Spellement, is that right?
Yeah, I figure just because, you know, we always get questions about what's going on with both of the games, I wanted to start at least this month off with kind of a quick little state of the games. On Pirate, I wanted to say, first of all, we absolutely love hashtag Revive Pirate 101 and all the awesome
I was helping.
streaming and events
I was
and the
helping.
effort that was put into that. We're actually seeing more people in Pirate because of it, so you guys
What?
are awesome. Please keep it up. Keep enjoying the game. Please keep streaming. Invite your friends to play with you. If you enjoy Pirate, just keep at it. We love it. Our first goal with Pirate is to work on a bug fixing update. We've got this long list that we're trying to get through as many of them as we can, with a handful of other things. And that's not to say that this is all we'll do, but it's a first step while we.
I'm not taking credit for it,
So
but
please be
I
patient
think
with
we all
us.
know that I definitely helped.
Integrating with a new company and a new studio.
But I'm not
is
taking
taking
credit
some
for it. But it's
time.
awesome that
But we
the
are
game is
actively
like
discussing options
helping.
on Pirate. I just
I
don't
mean,
have anything
we're
to
helping the
say,
game. I
hey,
mean,
this is the plan. That's gonna take a lot longer than the first month with
I've got chocolate
Gamigo
here.
and all the changes. And so please be patient with us, but know that we're exploring options. So with Wizard, we're still on schedule with our spring update, even with the snowpocalypse that kind of knocked us out for an entire week. It was crazy. The studio servers were running on generators, and it was like the fuel was like, oh, are we gonna have enough? It was insane. Like it was, not to mention, I was out of power for about 2.5 days. I know some folks that were 100 hours and counting without power, internet. So we just kind of like last week was just a wash. We kind of got knocked out.
that's weird.
But everybody's awesome. They're working really hard to keep everything on schedule.
It's just weird that
It was
like the
pretty
servers
amazing
were
when
running off
they
of
gave us that
generators.
update. They said something like 100,000 gallons, I think it was, or maybe that's too much, but it was a lot. I'm gonna go with 100,000 gallons because that sounds like a lot, and was just delivered to the generators for our servers. Now, just to be clear, this is not the Wizard and Pirate server gameplay servers we're talking
This is
about.
internal stuff.
Yeah.
These are our internal services with like the stuff we used to develop the game.
So the games were perfectly fine. Anybody in the games
Oh.
playing the games,
They were elsewhere. They were nowhere near us.
Oh,
Dylan Aguilera, girl, I was out of power for 9 days. I can't even. I'm so sorry. I hope everybody was able to is at least getting back on their feet right now. That was in Texas and affected with us. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for the outpouring of support and kind words. While
Look
we were
at
going
this
through
person
this. We
commented.
Really appreciated it. So speaking of the update, I'm going to stop my monologue here and say we're gonna see
See,
a couple.
do you hear my cat? I
sneak
hope you
peeks about
don't.
the show. So that's it.
all right, thank you. I mentioned earlier the
Hi,
Friendship
Allie.
Festival. Well, that's still going on.
they will
It's
give
going
out a
on through this
code.
weekend. I know there's some
I'll
community
let you know when they
events
do.
happening as well, so you're going to want to keep watch on the community channels for that. And I believe it ends on Sunday, February 28th. Is that right, Kaylee?
Yes, it'll go towards the end of the month, and then everything's going to go away in preparation for spring and St. Patty's Day.
Boy, we're ready for that in Texas here. So we have, well, back to the cold and ice for just a moment here. The ice decathlon was the choice for the poll that was voted on for what the next decathlon would be. Overwhelmingly, everybody said, hey, ice, and a lot of you we know had said, hey, just keep it on track, keep it on schedule anyway. So we're glad to hear from you on all of that, on what you wanted. It did end up being ice, so we have that in the community event calendar, which you can check out
Thank
on
you,
the
Kevin.
Wizard website, wizard101.com. Go to the left menu, search in the community section for the event calendar, and it has the decathlons and the basement hunt and a bunch of other events in there as well.
Basement hunt?
More news later on in the show. We've got a couple of other announcements, including at the end of the show, I want to show the Friendship Festival screenshots that you all had submitted over the last couple of weeks as well. So
I
we have some
did.
Screenshots
I don't
to
know if they'll show
there.
mine though, but I did submit one.
But until then,
A great one. You
I
guys are
think
in
we
it.
have, before we get to questions, I actually want to reveal the guess for the giveaway code. So we have another giveaway code with a bunch of cool items for Wizard and Pirate.
Ooh, is it going to be really, really tricky?
It's going to be super tricky.
Okay. It
And
might take them 2 minutes.
well,
Actually, no, it took them a while last time.
last time I didn't put any letters on, so we started where remember that we had that sequence. We're not doing that this time, but I did start with one letter. You get one letter to guess it. That's it.
Just one?
That's it. I think they'll get it because
Okay.
they already know, like, kind of how it goes. And we're all,
Is it super
2 minutes.
tricky 2021? Because that was the first guess.
well, it's always 21 at the end. I have to put that in there for
Yeah.
record
You
keeping.
gotta throw them off.
Yeah. So besides that obvious part, we will put it up here. Is this the right one? Hopefully. There it is. So you get one letter. Now, why did I choose that particular point? That's part of the clue for you.
Friend. F.
And we'll give it a little bit. See if anyone gets it.
Friends 20. It's something Friends
no,
2021.
Let me double check what it is.
Something Friends
Oh,
2021.
nope, not quite. Nope. Did you say somebody got it? They're close.
Friendship
No.
Friends.
They're close. Okay,
Quick,
well,
change it.
Yeah,
They get it. We just.
I could change it.
Friendship
No, don't
Friends
do that.
2021.
They get it. They get it.
All right,
Friendship
well,
Friends.
Let's move on
That
to
sounds stupid.
questions, shall we, Professor Fleming?
Friendship Friends. Is it really
Sure,
festival?
let's do that. I have this muted again.
I think it'll take them a minute.
It's not
All
festival.
So, I like the guess. I don't know what this is. That's.
It's something
Okay.
Friends.
First question was Ashley Serena.
It's
asked,
something
"Can you give us a
Friends
few hints
2021.
On some of the things you're currently working on for the spring 2020
Friendship
festival."
Friends.
And
Sesame
I'm just
Snack?
gonna, ask if Matt Nenick is interested in giving some sort of a teaser on something that.
Oh,
Festival
I definitely
doesn't
can come
even
up with a few
fit.
things. We've been super busy for the spring update. I think everybody across the board, even with power outages, we're trucking along. But one of my favorite things I'm working on reminds me of sandwiches, actually. And I think there's 2 times when making a sandwich is best. One is obviously when you're
Festival
hungry.
Friends.
And I think the second one is when you cast an AoE spell in Wizard, because it just takes so long. So long that sometimes it's just worth making a sandwich. So I was thinking, players have been asking for so long, what if some of those old AoEs acted like the new AoEs, and they hit all at once, sped things up. I'm sure there's some spells you guys could think of that maybe we could fix.
Faeriequeens.
Could Ra be one of
2021.
them? Could Humongo Frog be one of them?
But think of the
could
sandwiches. Think of the
I know.
sandwiches that won't be made.
There's a lot of sandwiches. Now, Falme, I believe you mentioned it previously that we did answer that it's not as easy as flipping a switch. We have to do some art updates, some effects to it. We basically have to rebuild the spell. So it is a slow progress, but we are working through them. We hopefully plan in the future to do as many as possible, and there's a few we have underway for the spring update, and hopefully maybe we can, if you guys stick around, we can show a little teaser of which ones we're kind of gonna show first and kind of reveal. So hopefully you all in chat can guess. Maybe shout out some of your ones you'd love to see converted first, and I don't know. We'll see
It's
what
February
pops in.
Friends
So
2021.
Danero is actually a D4NNRO. I'm calling it Danero.
I should go redeem
said,
it.
With the mini fridge, you can get around the quicker animations and still make a sandwich. I thought that was pretty clever.
Oh, that's true. If you have the sandwich on hand.
Best of both worlds.
So the only apology I'll make is, again, those people that do like to go off and make sandwiches, we may have cut that time down a bit.
You'll have to
figure something out.
intentionally make a sandwich, not make it just because you're bored waiting for Raw to resolve. So I heard we might have a video. Do we have a video?
Just make ramen.
We do have a trailer. The question
if you're
is,
Ratbeard, that's lunch. It's
I'm gonna
ramen
double
plus
check to see if
leftover
that's
food
the code.
plus hot sauce.
I mean, the question is, we do have a little show and tell for some of these spells. The question is when Mr. Anderson would like to reveal it, and that'll be his surprise moment.
Well,
It's February Friends.
I was gonna wait, but I really want to see it again. So, do we want to just run it now?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know when we wanted to run it. I just knew.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right.
Yeah, let's
Ooh,
do it.
we can
Let's
run
do
it now, and we can run it a second time at the end for those who come in late.
Yes.
Could be very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
If one of my
video's running, shout out
mods
which spells you
can
think
send
we're
that.
gonna show.
Okay.
Guesses
Here's
now.
what you
All
get.
right. Here we go.
You get a Super Gulcher's Horde pack and a Hatching Elixir and Wiz. This is nice. That's nice. The Tempest! Dude, that's nice. Oh my god, sorry, my face is on it right now. I'm sorry.
Now I will crush
Here.
you, and you will be trapped here in your nightmares forever.
Wow!
All right, there we go.
That's
folks.
nice! What do you
What
guys
y'all
think
think
about
in
that?
chat?
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Looks
I
so
like
good.
that.
Yeah, it was a little bit of work. Chat, they were really happy about Scarecrow. I saw a lot of Scarecrows, a lot of Forest Lords. So it was a little sneak peek for what we've been working on. Special shout out to the art team, Russell, and the sound team. I think Andrew's going to be working on these. We're going to be doing some sound updates. And
I'd
some
really like to
effects
see the
cleanup
Tempest one
for
though,
them.
because they kind of skipped over
So
that one, like that
hopefully,
person said.
these will look cool. You know, we're
But
gonna get them polished,
Tempest,
you know,
Tempest
so
is such a long
again, once
spell.
you guys start
So
seeing
is
them, give
Forest
us
Lord.
feedback. We'll make sure these play fast and these look epic, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So I really appreciate you guys getting excited, because I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Matt, for the video. I think in the beginning, let's do another quick round of introductions, because I don't believe I did that with my mic muted. You know, I'm very shy sometimes, so sometimes I just, you know, accidentally mute the mic. My name is Spark, actually in Wizard 101. I go by Bat Masterson in Pirate 101. So kind of dual personality kind of guy here. Community manager at King's Isle. Nice to meet everybody once again. And joining us is, just wave your hands when I call your names, Professor Felmea. And
Howdy.
Theseus. And Vanessa Mythdust.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
The bearded rat,
listening to the
beard. Where is he? There he is. Sam, the creator, as known in the forums, /blind mute. And the increasingly magnetic personality on Twitter. I had that saying for like 2 weeks, waiting to say it on the KI
What
Live.
about me?
Matthew Magnetic.
And Fairy
Hi
Queens.
everyone, hi chat.
All right, so go ahead and introduce yourselves in chat too. I mean, if you're just popping in, joining us.
Hi,
this is
I'm
our monthly
Fairy
KI
Queen.
Live shows.
And
We have these
I'm
once a month, last
very
Thursday of the month.
Passionate
typical month.
WizTuber.
Talk all about
XOXO.
really
Hearts,
answering all your
hearts,
questions
love
about
you.
things that are coming up, things that you've seen over the last few weeks, things like the sneak peek trailer that we just teased with some upcoming updates to the game, and all sorts of other good stuff. So we're happy that everybody here today is just kind of chilling with us, having fun, and dealing with, you know, all of our bumping the mic, technical issues, and all of those sort of things that revolve around this. We have more things to do, including answering a bunch of your questions. But first, I kind of wanted to get to one of the tips. You not only provide questions to us for the show, but you also provide gameplay tips as well. And I have one here for, it's from Nonx. Pirate 101, it's Pirate 101 gameplay tip. Mojo potions heal your ship health to max, just like
Get
your
the
pirate
likes
health.
up on the stream, please.
Make
Thank
sure
you.
to use one if you're low in nautical combat. It will probably save you. Great tip, and I mentioned that because
Jesters
he mentions
for real.
nautical combat. Well,
That's
guess
a
what? We're
moderator.
bringing back
And look,
the
he
regular
waved.
nautical
He said
XP
hi.
parties
Who is
for
he?
Part 101 players.
But he said hi.
And we actually have a couple of fan sites that are working on some of
That's
these
Joel.
regular,
That's
probably monthly
Decius,
events.
I think.
So stay tuned to like next week's newsletter and social media for updates on all of those. Back to you, Professor Brown.
By the
Sorry,
way,
I'm-
we've had many people
He said hi to
Oh,
me.
they did. Okay,
Yeah.
so I can reveal it.
Am I
You
famous?
can reveal it. Somebody actually even posted what was in there.
yep.
It's, you know, friends, February Friends 2021.
They're just too good. The problem is you gave them a letter.
I
Yeah.
I'm not puking. I'm just excited. I'm like,
No, I think the problem was we gave them the
I'm
right
gasping.
amount of letters.
Yeah.
Unlike last time, I think we were one letter off, which is why
yeah.
nobody got it.
I accidentally misspelled. So that would explain why they didn't get it that time. Well, there you go. February Friends 2021. Welcome. You get for this code, and don't worry about entering it right now.
Whose mic is doing that?
Websites later on after the show. You have until 6 o'clock Central Time. That's midnight World Time. And for the code, you will get in Wizard 101's Super Gulchers Horde Pack, a Hatching Elixir. We don't normally give those out. And for Pirate 101, a Tribal Crew Pack and a, how do we pronounce this? I always get this one wrong. Alhazred's Elixir?
You got
That's
it?
how you pronounce that.
Alhazred.
Yes, there it is. So go ahead and redeem that.
Yeah,
whenever
it's
you'd like,
someone's
and
mic.
enjoy your items for watching the show.
Yes, indeed. Do we want to do more questions? Is that what we're doing right now?
Oh, we got some great questions, please. Yes.
Okay. All right. So Callie W asks, there are so many great villains in Wizard 101, Nana being my personal favorite. Which one is your favorite and why? And I like how there's the British spelling of favorite. I like that in her question. That was the best. So,
Is anyone going to
Dr.
talk about this?
Malister, I thought about it. I dig Morganthe because there's, I don't know, the relatability of, like, you see that she, in some cases, was trying to be a good person and then just got wronged and, you know, she turned evil. And, I don't know, just gotta go with Malister.
Is it just my
More of a
headphones?
Medulla fan. I just love the character, the big brain.
The voice is great.
The voice is hilarious. I like the overly smart supervillain, right? The brain one. Literally, he is a brain, but you know, the brainy type. So I always find that interesting. Plus, it's just fun with him and the bat and that whole exchange and everything. So I thought that was cool.
It's a great fight, too. Props to whoever put that one together.
Yeah, whoever built that, just great.
Knocked it out of the park.
I'm sure some people who are still stuck on it
Should I refresh it?
may not say that, but like I said, we're always rebalancing, so let us know if any of those major boss fights are too difficult, especially past one. Let us know. We can always improve those.
I know what it is
Moving forward, we wanna
now!
make sure as you guys are enjoying the game, you can
It
also
was
progress.
him.
So, again,
He was
feedback always
streaming
welcome.
and he had a thing open. That's what it
Absolutely.
was.
Anybody else want to
It was Joel's Twitch.
Villains? I think I could guess.
He had an
Teasers.
airplane mic on in the other tab.
I believe it's an elephant named Belloc. Yeah.
Yep, Belloc.
Knew that one.
It sounded like an
That's weird.
airplane.
Yeah, I mean, you're missing the obvious Morganthe because she made an
It's
evil
like-
plan to drop an asteroid on an entire planet and carried it out. There's no contest. She's the only one who actually succeeded in anything she wanted to do, and it was supremely evil.
I mean, I think I might be cheating, but if we're doing both IPs, I think the Armada is my favorite villain of both of our games. I love Pirate Story so much.
I wish that I paid attention to the story, but I
pirate stories,
can't.
too. Let's see. Just within Wizard, I think I probably have to give it to Morganthe simply because of the depth that she got. You know, over the course of the first arc, we learned about Malister, but you know, in the second arc, we got to show and not tell. I'm also very fond of Meow Yardy, so I'm going to pick a villain who shows up in both games.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yes, I think he was underutilized in Wizard Marleybone, but I loved writing him in Pirate Marleybone. So there you go.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All right. Shall I move on? Are we good? Yeah. Okay, next question. King Womp asks, what is the process of creating scripts for the story for both games? Any fun scrapped ideas you could share? This is definitely a blind Mew curator question.
So how it works is pretty much all year long we have things cooking in the back of our brains, but the minute that the world goes live in November, we seriously start on the next one. And based on the theme or the geography, what kind of world is it, we brainstorm a lot and try to come up with puns and jokes and all kinds of things. And we do that for a while, and then we move from brainstorming into bullet listing.
The code
or,
is pinned.
What I call the flow through, where it's just
It's for a Gulchers pack
the
and a
beat list.
hatching elixir, I
you
think.
go here, you go here, you go here, you do that. And then after that, we go to outlines, which are the beat list expanded to the point where every quest is defined and every goal in those quests is defined and the dialogue isn't finished. And then we finish the dialogue. And our goal is to have the outlines done in time for art to make all the art. And our goal is to have the dialogue done in time for sound to record all the sound. So that is the process. In terms of scrapped ideas, I don't want to give any away because every now and then they worm their way back into the story. So I would not, I don't want to spoil any potential things out there.
Spoil it!
In the beginnings, the stories are pretty fluid. And sometimes, they can change direction a lot. And so, yes, ideas do get put away, or characters. That's another one is we've had a character who we've come up with who we thought was really cool, who all of a sudden didn't quite fit anymore. So, we put them aside and we bring them in later. We've done that a few times. And there you go.
Can I bring up one that went back and forth, but then eventually went to live, which I think is not a spoiler because the players have it. But I think Caramel itself was an idea that we've talked about for years. And I remember,
Yes.
the writers, especially Mike, we called it, the candy world, and there was so much there, and it kept, getting pushed back for other worlds. But it was finally came to fruition, and it was very cool because it's obviously our most recent world, and it's just a blast. It ended up being a blast. I mean, I love Caramel. I hope you guys enjoy it too. But
I love
that was just one of those
Caramel, too.
ideas that just took a little longer to bake in the oven, so to speak, and then when it came out, it was awesome. So.
I will freely admit that I resisted it. Mea culpa. I didn't want to do it. I didn't think we could sustain it for a whole world's worth of story. And I am very, very glad to be proven wrong. So there you go.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember when you were like, "Hey, this is our next world." No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's
Yep.
let's see what's gonna happen here, and it's awesome. It's so good. It's so great. I dug it so much playing through it. So
It was a joy to create, and I'm very, very, very happy in how it turned out.
all right. So next question is Kane Wild Thief. This is when can we expect to see some more level 140 gear in packs and bundles? This one would either be a DCS or Mattnetic question. I'll let you two decide who should answer this.
Well, I've been busy in the spring
Don't
update,
answer.
not just doing. Oh, don't answer.
Let's not tell them no.
Well, we could say that some are
No.
coming.
No. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
I've been busy updating some of the old gear packs to 140. I actually sent a few over to you today, Jetsers. If you want to check it, you have a few sets coming through. Which ones? You guys could maybe take a guess.
Yeah, I
that's your
got
call
one of
there.
them started.
But I mean, you're more than welcome to tell them. But yes, we are slowly rolling out in the spring update. At least I would say the term a handful is a good number to say. But it is which ones? It's your call to make. But yeah, we are definitely actively looking to bring some stuff up to 140. So hopefully it's the ones you guys ask about the most. But let us know which ones you'd want to see. Jesters is always listening and taking notes and reviewing that stuff. So hit him up and let him know.
Yep. I do watch, comments on Twitter to my own account, WizDev's account, and even when you guys reply to other people that I can see. I keep track of the things that people have asked for the most, and I also go back and look at past sales on those things and
I'm gonna
figure out
fix
like if
this
we
a little
updated this
bit.
to 140,
It's
would
bothering
people
me.
really want to buy it again? And is it a looks thing or is it a stats thing? So I've been trying to balance that and sending those over to Matt so that he can make
Oh,
them.
Jade
And then as he
gear.
sends that back to me, I've been
Jade
updating
gear.
the packs slowly. We will get to some of the bundle cards, or the like GameStop cards and whatnot, a little bit later this year. I was focusing on packs first, and that should be it for that question. Just if you do have a specific piece of gear that you want updated to 140 that comes from, say, a card or a bundle, let me know, and I will get it on my list, and we'll see where it floats to.
All right. All right. All right.
Professors would be nice too.
Next is Nicholas O. asks, how are world doors made? Who makes them? This was kind of a, I don't know, kind of a vague question. So I wanted
a bit of mystery around it.
Yeah, I want to see what Sam thought.
It happened a long time ago.
Sam is very quiet.
What? Am I better now?
You're fine.
Sounded okay.
Okay.
Fine to me.
I think Twitch might be breaking up a little bit or something.
Okay. Well, it happened a long time ago. And as we have revealed, before there were world doors, there were ley lines that went all over the spiral. And there have always been spiral paths so people could take boats, but that's very dangerous. And in terms of the invention of world doors, I don't want to lay too much bare about that, but it happened around the time that magic really got codified. And they were made a long time ago, and it is very difficult to make them. I think Merle could probably make one if he had to. The Arcanum can obviously produce them because you took one to Imperia, and so it's one of those. It's incredibly difficult and very expensive, so very few people do it. But luckily, you really only need one door per world, so most of the worlds have them, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, we still learned a couple things. That's great. So, Nicholas O, thanks for the question. When I saw, I was like, I have no idea.
I wonder if they're gonna read my question.
We're gonna go with this, so I'm gonna kick that over to Sam, and Sam does not disappoint.
We want to leave our options open, but we have some ideas.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, more questions.
I put mine on Twitter though.
All right, so I'm actually going to read Andy Arby. Like Arby's?
Arby's?
Does it sound good? Like one of those sandwiches?
Sounds great right now.
All right. Anywho, getting distracted. I love decorating, and the advanced movement option is my best friend. Is there a way to add more moving options? I'm referring, for example, to turning objects upside down. That is one we specifically don't want to do, because not all housing items have a bottom, so it would look funny. I guess that was Decius's answer. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I had actually checked with Gary on that one as well, and that's exactly what he said. He's like, no, you most things don't have a bottom, so it would be bad. So we wouldn't want to do that. Certainly, we could look into other moving options other than that, but we wouldn't want to do that one specifically.
I'm going to say, someone said being lazy and not making bottoms. I think it's not being lazy. I think it was back when we launched, we had to run on very low-end machines.
Efficiency.
And so saving anything that we could anywhere to make it so we could have more things in a house was better.
Yeah. If we put bottoms on it, we would have to decrease the amount of items you could have per house. And I know y'all want as many items per house as possible. So that's one of those things that helps us be able to continue to increase it, because there's less polygons on it, so there's less things to render in the scene, and we always want to try to make sure that we have the fewest amount of polygons possible, because that makes it so that we can display more.
Speaking of housing, I have another gameplay tip. This one is from Ms. Dreamfire. So Wizard 101 gameplay tip. If you have the Sunken Palace, you can decorate the outside with fish you've caught without them being in an aquarium. Just hit the H key to open the housing option, then click on the fish tab at the end and place your prize fish.
Also, speaking of housing, was there something we wanted to talk about with?
Ooh, like
that?
the upcoming roundtable?
Yeah, I just wanted to make
Yes.
sure that we wanted to.
Yes,
to
so
hype that
I'm
here.
actually preempting them, so I don't want to really say too much more and steal their thunder, but we are working with a community group to get together a couple of our developers to have a nice chat about housing. And we're going to have your involvement. It's going to be on their live stream, so you'll have opportunities to ask questions as we're talking about it. We are a little ways away from it yet. We haven't set a date because we're working with them to make sure that the date is kosher for both of us. Probably a couple of weeks from now, sometime, hopefully within the mid of next month. And so stay tuned for that.
Whose stream?
We will be sharing their announcement when it's ready to be promoted.
Sounds good. I'm just quite excited about this because I know we've done some PvP roundtables, and this will be the first one that we've done on something different.
Yeah, it's been a little while, a few months since we
Yeah.
had the PvP roundtables, but we want to do more of these for all of the other types of topics in the games. So let us know when
Do you think it's gonna be Ducky Bub?
Hey,
I see
this
her
would be
right
great.
there. I know
And
she
any fan
streams on
sites,
Twitch
especially
and
official
she
fan
does
sites out there, live
decorating.
streamers, YouTubers that are watching that are like, hey, this is like my area. Like I spend like 12 hours a day playing the game just for this. Let us know, and we'd love to have a roundtable.
Absolutely. They're always fun and informative. All right. Next question. More questions. Lord Tipig, would you consider adding more types of utility spells in the future? Ratbeard, what do you think about this one?
Obviously, yes. From the designer side, we love utilities, right? I mean, there's only so much we can do that's interesting with damage spells. And so kind of what we do is, if you look at what we did with Caramel, is we'll dream up, or Matt actually will dream up some new mechanics for spells to do. And typically we'll put those on, if there's new spells in that world, as there was in Caramel, we'll put some on the player stuff, and we'll also put a lot on the bosses. And there are quite a few new mechanics on the bosses in Caramel that I can't wait to put on player spells. I'm looking forward to, for example, putting the new Taunt and Pacify utilities onto the spells, and sort of phasing out all the old versions that are less useful. And then there's some other, I'm not sure how much the players know about how the mechanics work, so I don't want to go into too great a detail on it, but there's some other sort of cheaty boss mechanics that I want to give to players as soon as Matt says it's safe to do so. So that's kind of why we roll it out first with the bosses, see if there's anything tricky about the way that the spells interact with the players, and then we have to figure out if there's anything tricky with the way they interact with the mobs, because mobs don't cast spells quite the same way that players do. And so there's some, for example, ways that you might manipulate the hand that makes sense for players but don't make sense for mobs, because I guess they don't technically have a hand, right? I think they kind of just pick a spell, but Matt can speak on that more. But so yeah, we definitely want to add more utilities. And for those of you who know that I've been sort of focused on PvP for a while, not to exclude the PvE stuff, that stuff will come to you guys as well. But I think utilities are highly appreciated in PvP. So I'll be looking for ideas from those guys to see what tools we need to make PvP more interesting.
Yeah, we're always looking for definitely new utility, player feedback. You guys always have good ideas. I'm sure there's plenty of mobs that you would love to have as a spell, or some mechanics.
Will you
they
ever allow
do.
us to play crowns?
And we are
to choose
creating a
what?
list for that. Part of it too is
I
like
see.
what Ratbeard said is new mechanics, and some of the reasons why it's taking a little bit longer too is we're in the throes of a big game balance. We're doing stats, we're doing PvP, so when it comes to bringing out new utility and full new mechanics, those can sometimes be a wrench in balancing. So we have to kind of balance, we have to maintain the workload of trying to get everything on an even playing field at the same time as creating new stuff, because it's sort of like a moving train. But
Does it
like
feel like
always,
this King's Isle
it would
Live
be
is like
interesting to
slow?
see more utility across all the schools, maybe even some new unique utilities per
Like
school.
compared to
Maybe
the
Deaf
last
can
one,
do
does this one
something
feel like
new
it's like
that they
slower?
haven't done before, and that's what we're always looking to try to explore in the future. So
Very cool. All right, we have a few more. Gosh, we have a lot of questions this time. A lot of good ones. This is another one for Ratbeard. Daywriter. Recently, it was mentioned that some treasure cards will be turned into Spellements to learn. If these treasure cards and upgraded versions of the school taught
Yeah,
spells.
this one's slow.
Yes. Will they be upgradable, or will the new Spellements be spells that can't currently be learned? Sorry, that's a lot of words in an order. Saying things. What about the Spellements?
Yeah,
Talk to
right.
us.
Trainable treasure cards, and the goal with that sort of started out with taking some treasure cards that were overpowered and broken, in addition to ones that players didn't have access to. So the first thing I wanted to look at was the cards that players couldn't get in any form other than the treasure card. And I've sort of flexed on that a little bit. If you look at something like Thunderbird or Deadly Minotaur, which were a couple of the ones that I think the ideas that got tossed out there, because they already sort of exist, they weren't necessarily as high of a priority as something like Rat Magician or Brown Spider or Red Ghost, or something that adds some unique utility that's not otherwise available to a particular school. So that's kind of how I looked at those. So we got most of the ideas from
I agree.
the players. The first thing we did was ask the players what they'd like to see.
I agree.
And then a few months later, I polled again just to sort of get a feel from the players what their favorites were. And I've mentioned this before on my stream. I was not so much interested in what came in first place in that poll as to what came in last place in that poll, right? So, in terms of deprioritizing certain things, if the players were under the impression they only got to pick one of those things, and by the way, you're going to get more than one, but if they only got to pick one, sort of what were they willing to sacrifice, and that sort of helps me control the balance of of what I can get in there. And of course, the main thing is looking at what tools are missing from a particular school's toolbox. The one that comes up all the time for Storm, for example, is can Storm have a dot? I like to think of that as, can Storm have some way to deal with shields? Right, it's a better way for me to look at it.
Thank you.
So the answer for that is,
something to look at.
Yes, for sure. How that looks.
The potions.
Of course, all these tools we have to develop over time. We will get there and add them all. The plan right now, though, for these things is for players to learn them. They will be upgradable, but we're keeping the upgrade path pretty simple. What I'm trying to do is make sure that players,
I want to get on.
not just PvP, all players have access to these new spells, because spells are cool and we want everybody to have them. And that the ability to learn new spells is fairly easy. And so that's sort of the direction I'm headed with that. And then, of course, if you want to upgrade it, now we're not talking about having a new spell. Now we're talking about grinding it out for making the best possible spell. So they will be upgradable. They'll be slightly
Nobody
more
knows who he
powerful if you
is.
upgrade them. I don't believe that, at least in this first round of spells that we're doing, that they'll have any sort of branching, right? So I want to keep these fairly simple. Get the tools that the players need in their toolbox, quickly. Use it to help balance in PvP.
Do you really think that they play the game like we do? Because I don't.
And I think that, plus the other stuff that we have going on, is going to make the meta, when all these changes go through, very, very different.
All right, awesome.
I was not
Thanks.
listening.
That's some good information.
I had two things I wanted to go over that were Crown Shop related.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We'll take a pause in the questions.
Yeah, just a quick pause in the questions. One comment I see quite often on our official social media posts, when we have, say, the Mega Monday sale on crowns, or when we have a bundle that has or Mega Monday sale on the Mega Snack Packs, or the bundles that have a Mega Snack Pack involved with it. One reason I do those is because they are one of the more purchased items we actually do have in game, and that's something that I'm trying to get out there at a better rate constantly for you. You can't put it always at the better rate, or then it's never at a better rate, if that makes any sense. But just wanted to let you guys know that like I see some people saying like, hey, why buy this? You know, don't do that. And it's a lot of people do. This is one of the things that gets spent on, and you don't need to talk bad about your fellow wizards when they say they enjoy those things. And just
you should
a
never
quick thing
talk
there.
bad about fellow
And
wizards,
the
no
second
matter
thing for the Crown
what.
Shop, is
Be nice.
we're reaching about 1,300 items in the Crown Shop again, and I try to keep it as close to 1,000 items in the Crown Shop at one time as I can. So I will be culling some items in the next few months of things that haven't been purchased or have not been purchased very often in the last 6 months to a year. So if there is a thing that's been sitting there that you've been wavering on, go grab it. In the next couple months, I'll make sure to put announcements up before I remove things of what will be
Remove the gold.
and if you think that a thing I'm removing shouldn't be removed, go ahead and let me know. And it's part of the keeping the Crown Shop
Remove
fresh
gold.
and making sure that it's not so big that no one can find the things that they want, which was something that I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh
about
no, sorry, I
2.5
just
years ago,
unplugged my
we had
webcam.
over 2,000
Sorry.
items in the Crown Shop, and it was
That's my bad, sorry.
very difficult to find anything.
Let me plug it back in.
For any specific certain item. And that should do it.
Yeah, I just showed the Crown Shop just
There,
briefly
sorry.
there. Popping into the game. Let's go back there real quick. Say hi to everybody who's hanging out. Look at all these people here. This is amazing. We kind of hang out here, on a daily basis. There's always somebody in here, but right now with KI Live, you've got a bunch of people, and you can join us if you're in the game. We're both for Wizard and Pirate, Ambrose Area 1 and Avery Area 1 respectively. Just chilling with a bunch of our fellow pirates and wizards. So let's,
there's Kyle. There's Kyle. Did you see Kyle?
That are hanging out here in Skull Island. Welcome. This is more pirates than I've seen here in a while, even. So this is fantastic. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
I want to log on.
Very cool.
Love that mount.
The one I've got right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome. That one's pretty cool.
Let's get in front here. Yeah, there we
Very
go.
flashy.
Yeah, this one I actually have the heart Valentine's Day eye patch on as well. So I may have that on all year. I just kind of like.
So you're seasonal. You're all celebrating the season of friendship.
Yeah, I actually have to. I'm getting kind of heavy on my inventory here. I got to sort that out later. Maybe some pirates can help me on that when we maybe live stream a pirate show.
Oh, he's level 65. Maybe he
gotta
does
sort that out. Yeah.
All right. Got to figure it out.
Well, yeah, I've been gathering new items that I haven't, ever tried before. There's so many even in Pirate as well, not to mention Wizard, and I just keep kind of collecting them.
There you go. Oh, sorry,
Do we have more questions, or I have other tips if we want to go for another tip?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I was replying to somebody in chat.
Okay, let me change over the scene here. Okay, we have, since I was just in Pirate, we have one here from the ever-popular Captain Logan West. This is for Pirate 101. Accessories come in all shapes and types. Could be a face paint, an eye patch, like the Valentine's Day eye patch that I was just wearing, an earring, or even a mask. Choose wisely what kind of accessory you'd like to stitch.
I want earrings.
For appearance to the stats of your equipped accessory. Try to be creative as much as possible. So I think that's a pretty good tip on just, hey, there's a lot of options there to not only be powerful and have the items that you need for stats, but also just look really cool too.
You want to know something funny really quick?
Awesome. Oh, hey, I just realized since we were like all off kilter at the beginning of the show, we didn't announce that right now we're doing the official questions. And if you get an official question answered, something that's been submitted on Twitter, social media, elsewhere, that
you get crowns. Okay. Anyway, you want to know something funny? Whenever I first started playing Wizard 101, I knew that you could purchase amulets and rings, and I thought, I would go and I'd look in the bazaar and grab the stuff that, I thought was pretty, and then I'd equip it and be like, why can't I see it on my wizard? Because, I thought it was, literal jewelry, but you can't see it.
So if you get a question
answered
or a gameplay tip answered that you submitted in advance, then be sure to contact us after the show. Email community@kingsisle.com. Let us know that what your question or tip was, and that'll expedite being able to get you those crowns, hopefully before the weekend.
Yes, it will.
You
Yes, it
did
will.
too.
Okay, so I have three more official questions left, and I've been trying to keep a list from the chat that we can get back to. So if we haven't touched your question yet, I'm trying to keep a list. But official one from Celeste is, what is your favorite holiday mount and why? So what's your favorite holiday mount and why?
Mine is Festive Fox.
Spark?
Wizard 101 Festive Fox, hands down. I love that thing. In fact, I still have it. Give me a minute and I will switch over to it.
Mine's the Christmas, of course.
Of course. I like Wonky the Donkey. We said holiday. I mean, I figured we're talking about all holidays. It's so
yeah,
ridiculous.
technically.
It's ridiculous. I guess I also like Santa Jaws too, because I spent probably at least 5 years on the land shark because I thought it was ridiculous being on a shark on the land. So that was my mount for probably about 5 years. So
Where's your
Santa Jaws is just an
fox?
updated holiday-er version of that.
The new Candied Ram was good too. I like that one.
Yeah, okay, I had to take a time on the Candied Ram.
I don't actually have it on this character, so I'm going to... We have us on the screen right now. I really want to show the Festive Fox. So I'm going to switch characters real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, anybody
And everyone's
hop in with
quiet.
the favorite holiday mount, or should I move on?
Coolest mount ever.
Oh, I go with Santa Jaws on the basis of the name.
Yeah.
Makes me, first time I heard that name, I laughed and laughed and laughed. But the new Candied Rams are
Me too.
insanely cool looking.
It's funny.
There you go. I got one
Yes,
for
there.
name and one for look.
Indeed. All right. Kimberly Moonsong says the Christmas and Halloween contests that KI hosts are... Sorry, I can't read today. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna mute my
Christmas
mic.
and Halloween contests that KI hosts are always a lot of fun. Seeing what people come up with for them. Are there any plans to make these a more regular thing for other holidays as well, like Easter or something else?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
Mark,
I've
what do you
switched-
think?
Yes, I've switched over to the Festive Fox, so you get, well, all the other community members are crowding around me, but here it is. Isn't this thing cute?
Oh,
it
it's
has,
an awesome.
Yeah, it has
It's
little
awesome.
presents on the back there to carry to friends of the spiral. Run around here, hand out presents all year long. Why not? So this thing is just awesome. This is my favorite. So the question was involving events and contests and things. We love doing those. And we just had the holiday contest 2021 edition. Sometimes they're themed, sometimes they're sort of the same every year. Like the end of the year we'll have
I
one where
can
it's kind of
I
a,
can
you know,
tell
artwork
whenever
contest
like
where you can draw something
he gets
on
kind
digital
of
or on paper.
irritated
I think we're
because
gonna
there's
bring that
times
one back probably this year unless somebody else has.
there's times where I'm streaming too, and like people will just get like right up in my like face, and I could tell that he was kind of getting irritated because like as soon as that girl came up to him, he just like switched it back.
Well, you know, probably run these again in some different ways. Spring cleaning, decorating contests. We just talked about housing. We're gonna have more housing topics like in the housing headquarters roundtable, and also we have usually around springtime a housing related decorating contest. We'll probably do that pretty soon. And July I have here, fishing seems to be pretty popular in July. Also it comes up to getting close to the Wizard 101 birthday, and then a little bit later after that the Pirate 101 birthday. So for at least for Wizard with fishing we can do it for that. We always celebrate something around the birthdays, and then it gets pretty heavy in the end of the year with, you know, again the end of the year holidays, but also right before that Halloween. So we're thinking maybe a character decorating contest or a character costume contest, or maybe both. Last year I think we did both last year, where you could decorate your house or dorm, or you could also dress up. And I think if everybody found that to be pretty fun, we'd love to bring that one back as well. And any other ideas you have? We also, a little bit off from in-game contests, we also like to support a lot of charities and events around in the real world, especially local charities here in the Austin, Texas area. And Extra Life, again, towards the end of the year, is also one of our favorites to support. So we're definitely going to be part of Extra Life in some way as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Before the last question, I keep seeing a lot of people saying questions over and over. I mean, please feel free to do that, but I have a big list of stuff to talk about after our last official question from Cole Myth Hunter. If you were to sum up what we should look for in the next world or update in one word, what would it be? I have to credit this answer to Ratbeard, who thought of it, but said he didn't necessarily want to pipe in with it. So I'm just going to say nothing.
Capital N, or just nothing.
Capital N.
Oh,
Capital N.
interesting.
I will say for the next update, not necessarily the next world, the thing I'm most excited about is I'm just going to say revamp.
And to give a longer answer, you do have things to look forward to in the world update this year. If I had to sum it up in one word, the word would be heroes with a capital H.
Hero 101.
Ooh.
I was thinking adventures.
Well, that sort of works too. But, you know.
Yeah, oh, you have started rumors about Hero 101.
Oh no.
Oh God.
No. This will be a new world wizard, not a new game.
I've spoken poorly. Yes.
No. Just let's
Look
clear
at
that
the
up right
chat.
now.
Nip that in the bud.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Yes.
any nipping it in any buds. There's Hero 101 gonna be in the
So
chat.
I was just
That's okay.
hard left here. I was talking about contests, and I forgot one that a lot of you may not have heard of, and we recently only just learned about it. And Gamigo has a lot of fun events throughout the year as well for their other games. So, you know, we not only have Wizard and Pirate contests by us, but also by you, but then our new community, our new Gamigo community that we're now a part of, runs a lot of cool things for their games as well. And I wanted to mention that if you go to Gamigo, that's GAMIGO.net/cosplay, they have a cosplay contest for some of their games. Not all of their games, they selected a few. Some of the event is age related a little bit, so there's some, you know, guidance there on if you need to participate and you need to ask, if you're in school and you need to ask your parents to participate, please do that before entering in. Little things like that, check with them on that. But it's a fun contest for everybody who can participate, and I wanted to mention it. I think that's ending, by the way, on. Well, you have some time, so it's not an in-game; it's a real cosplay contest. So they give you, I think it was like a month and a half or so.
This is going slow.
Until April 3rd. And so you have almost a month to participate if you like.
All right, man. I think we can get to some questions that were in chat, unless anybody wants to get to anything else first.
Pictures,
What do you think?
screenshots.
Yeah, do we have
Wait,
a lot
let me
of
not
questions from chat
scream.
today?
Oh, I got some questions.
Awesome.
Okay. Joy-Con, can you add nighttime to the commons? It's not as easy as you would think. We have a lighting scheme with our engine that is very, very hand done. So it would almost take redoing the whole zone, and our zones take, I won't say months, but pretty close. So it would be like redoing an entire zone. It's not just like adding a night skybox and turning that on. So I won't say never, but I will say that we have no plans anytime soon to do that.
That would be amazing. I'd love a night
DePaul
cycle.
Woods, 16 says, I want to change my wizard name. That's something we're looking into. I've said it before, but we're not. I don't have. It's not like next update or anytime.
Sorry if you
I
can
can't
hear my
promise
space
this year
heater.
or anything like that, but it is something we want to look into and do at some point in the future. it's not as it's another one of those. It's not as easy as it sounds. There's a lot of back end mumbo jumbo that's attached to your name that we have to make sure is shored up before we just give you the ability to change it. So that's something we're looking into. This one's for Ratbeard. Chiaki Minami asks, when are you going to balance all the per hit damage and healing spells based on single versus AoE, direct versus dot? I think I warned you this one was coming.
Yeah, that's kind of a spell audit question.
They read your question?
I mean, that's really what we mean for the most part when we talk about a spell audit. Sometimes a spell audit involves changing the utility or the actually changing the character of a spell, but we prefer not to do that if we can avoid it, just so that the spells keep the character that they had before. Which, by the way, is why I think when a lot of the death players look at some of the death stuff and they see infections on a lot of stuff, and so can we have something more useful? We try not to mess with those because a spell audit is really about fixing stuff that's broken and not fixing stuff that's just not as cool, right? We'll get around to the cool part eventually, but so I'm looking at all the spells now. I have a task. Probably Professor Falmea knows how close I am to my deadline on that, and how woefully short I'll be falling of that goal. But so the spell audit is something that I tackle when both me and Matt Nedick have time to do it. It's sort of an ongoing process. I try to group the spells either by arc or by function to keep it easy. But whenever we do those audits, it actually creates a workflow for QA, right? Anytime we touch the spells, it may create extra workload for QA. So rather than task all our QA guys with the spell audits, if there's more entertaining or interesting stuff that they need to be working on, and of course we're always working on entertaining and interesting stuff, I sort of have to put that behind it, or be very, very careful about what I change and how I change it. So those audits are going on. They're ongoing.
You know
I'm
what's
looking at it
sad?
right now actively.
I can tell that people are
Some
like
changes in spell.
thinking that this is going slow because I've been watching this number. It was at like almost 1.1 and it's just been going down.
Developer diaries.
Soon.
They need to
soon
show the
in
screenshots.
a game update.
Okay, because I have a
Show
segue.
them.
Sure,
So,
go ahead.
Ratbeard is always trying to, be transparent and open and tell you guys, like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, this is what we're doing. And you've written several
What a
great
good man.
developer diaries that we put out in the community, and
Aww.
we've only recently I think we started last year really in these, so we didn't have a place for them collectively for people to kind of review what you talked about over the last few months, how things have changed, how balance has been tweaked and things like that. And we just
What screenshots?
merged
The ones from the
your
Friendship
developer
Festival.
diaries, and Professor Falmea's producers' letters into one area. They used to be just Professor Falmea's producers' letters on the website, and that place now, if you go to the left menu on the wizard101.com website, there in the community section,
Oh,
it used to say
look.
producers' letters right in the middle of that section. Well, now it says
Why
developer
is he
diaries,
laughing so hard?
and that combines everything. So if you want to know what
Why
is
is-
Ratbeard, I heard about this
Why is
wonderful
he
developer
laughing?
diary. Where is it? Go there now and check it out. And any new ones, of course, that come up.
Why is she laughing? What's so funny?
So now it's all on record. You can't.
I
hide
want to
them.
laugh
They're all
too.
there.
What's funny?
That's okay. I love that idea, and I know Ratbeard and I have done the majority of the writing. Perhaps we may get some other folks to write interesting developer
I wanna
diaries
laugh
or
too.
letters or articles. It'll be a party.
There's nothing better than when you
William!
run your notes past me, or I run
He
my notes
wants
past
pink.
you, because two writers will always find ways to kibitz on what the other person is saying. So that's
yeah.
that's good entertainment always.
Yeah, it's always fun to get the notes back from Ratbeard with just all the red cross throughs and the same when I'm just.
Will
like, no,
girls
you can't-
ever get
don't say
brown?
this, don't say this,
Alia,
okay.
we
Be
don't like
nicer.
brown.
Be nicer is what you usually say.
Well, we are just over.
He
one
said
hour into the
yes.
show here, so moving along pretty well. We got through all the
Pretty high.
pre-questions, right? Okay.
Yeah. We're just doing questions from chat now, and I know Decius actually had a question that he wanted to answer.
Oh, yeah. Someone had asked when the deluxe Spellement pack will be back and available for purchase. There was an issue with it. We pulled it down as soon as we found out. We
Young
are
wizards
fixing it
will not
currently,
wear pink.
and it looks like
Remember
it will
that.
be fixed early next week. So as soon as I am able to, I will put that back up there. Thank you all for your patience. This was a big piece of new tech that touched a lot of things to make it work the way that it's working, and sometimes you run into bugs when you hit live. That's
Yes,
like a free
indeed.
membership.
They're working really, really hard on that. I know that they're getting close to a fix, and hopefully we'll have it up soon. Okay.
Well, I'm actually in Pirate here right now, continuing to hang
That's a
out
pretty
with
mount.
a bunch of people, and I
Isn't
wanted
it?
to
I've never
segue
seen
also
that.
to Pirate 101's recent Puppet Pirates, number 99. We're almost at 100. Next month will be 100. We're going to have a special one for that
nice.
release. Yeah. And I actually have the image prepared today and the winner of the poll. So what happens is every month we have a new Puppet Pirates that is released, and it's put on social media and shared around the community. And there's a different depiction of, a couple of characters in it. And I'll see if I can get that. I'm going to actually move this over to the main screen. I'm going to pop that up right here. So you see a couple of characters here.
What is that?
Usually we have pretty much the same characters, but we have a new one here, and nobody actually guessed.
Is it a gorilla?
Well, they guessed correctly who it is in the game, but not the representation. And this was actually kind of a depiction of a couple of Pirate 101 characters meeting, really the King's Isle and Gamigo shaking hands, because Gamigo, which starts with the letter G, and also Cortez, which starts with the letter G, and also Gamigo has a logo that's yellow themed, so it's very, very subtle. And we thought, let's see if anybody gets that, and we're shaking hands, so we're saying hi to Gamigo. Gamigo is saying hi to us.
That's sweet.
And that Puppet Pirates number 99. The quote that was selected by you, the community. So when we release these, we ask for, hey, what's going on in the scene here? Tell us a story of what's happening here. And usually it's like on the right, Boochbeard and Gandry with someone else. And Fury, Griffin, Windless had their quote selected the most. And the quote is, Boochbeard, I would be bananas to not accept you into my crew. Gandry, but I thought I was the only monkey for you. So there you go. Fury, Griffin, Windless, excellent quote. Most popular of the month for Puppet Pirates 99. And you get also 5,000 crowns for your quote. So be sure to email community@kingsisle.com a reply.
Lucky.
Or on social media with your original post. And we'll get those crowns to you as soon as we can.
Awesome.
Yeah, these are always fun because we get like 5 or 10 or more actual quotes we can put into the poll, and then the community selects, their preferred favorite. It's always fun. There's quotes that are always really cute or humorous, and that's what this is all about, is make it fun. So go ahead and wait for number 100, and we'll see what is selected there. Also, I'm going to switch back here to our main camera and announce a couple of other winners here. 5 Auspicious Ox from our new Auspicious Ox release was selected. You had submitted. We did, this was, let me double check the exact date here for you all if you want to reference it. February 10th, so just a couple weeks ago, we announced a little contest on social media. We'll try to put these on Twitter and Facebook. Those are our 2 primary social media channels for these sort of things. So we'll watch one or the other for these. We had a 5 Auspicious Ox giveaway where you would take a screenshot of a pet or a mount of any kind with a friend and then submit it in reply to our posts. And a couple of days later,
I don't think I was part of this one.
Entries to win whatever new thing we're promoting, and in this case it was Auspicious Ox Pit. And we have here the winners for this contest are Graham, Canra, Richard Unicorn Caller, Tyler Blossom, and Yato. So if your name was called, we will get back to you as well directly, but feel free to also, once again, email community@kingsisle.com with a link to your original entry, your character name for either, well, in this case, Wizard, and we will get those to you in a day or two. Also, since we're in the news section here, once again, I've got a couple of community updates for you all. Senior Spices Monthly, this is for Pirate 101, Farming Frenzy event.
It's super funny that he calls him senior instead of senor.
One. Somebody correct me in chat if I'm wrong on that. I think he had one a while back, but I believe it's bringing these back, and they're going to be regular events. The next one is this Saturday, the 27th. Pirate 101, watch his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/senior, SENOR _spicy, SPICY, with another underscore at the end. We usually share these on our social channels as well. We'll have this in the show notes on YouTube, which will hopefully this video and show will go out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/kingsisle, tomorrow probably. We'll have all those details in there, so you don't have to remember the URLs. But there's another community event for you all, and that one's for Pirate.
All right. Okay. I have one that's been asked by a lot of people, but at first I saw it from William_2. Will boys
William!
Pink? Matt Natick.
Hi.
Hey. Sup over there.
So I feel like, you know, we've been asked that one a lot, and we've said before, you know, it's a lot tougher because of how the die system is very, it's simplified in code. Well, you know, we've always been talking about how we could fix that, and luckily we have some bandwidth coming up. I'm not going to say when, but we are exploring a more robust system to dye your gear. It's not just about pink anymore. It could potentially be about what shade of pink as well. It's very early stages, but there's some exploration for it. So the hope is eventually there's going to be a lot more colors and a lot more options, and pink hopefully will be one of those choices. So just stay tuned.
Color wheel.
We have no tentative date. We're exploring it, but I know you guys are excited. So hopefully we'll give you future updates. So keep tuning in. We'll let you know.
One thing I am going to specify
I just got timed out.
Is if/when we roll this out, it wouldn't be throughout the entire game. It would be some newer stuff, and we may go back and add things here and there, but the idea of revamping all...
I got timed out twice?
Like 11,000 pieces of gear, if not more, to accommodate a color wheel would be an incredibly daunting task, and we would have our artists working on that and nothing else for quite a while.
I always get timed out.
Yeah,
every time I stream, every time I talk here, I get timed out.
Starting with the newest gear and popular gear, old popular gear going forward, and then like we usually do, we would over time
justice for Ashlyn. Thank you.
Bit by bit as it goes. Obviously, we'd want to capture the most popular pieces of gear first, and
which is like all the elegant gear.
Pieces of gear sounds about right. There's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I thought I remembered a number like 10,867 or something ridiculous like that, and I know we've done more since then. So 11,000 seemed like a good stab in the dark.
It feels like thousands of pieces a year get added. So, but like I said, just stay tuned, and hopefully we'll have some exciting, colorful options in the future. Speaking of Stitch, look at that. You guys are matching.
Yeah, that's
twins.
nice.
Yeah, I went to the pet promenade area and
I
saw this guy here wearing
look,
this thing.
that's a sweet question.
Look at that.
Creator codes.
Probably a friend.
And
It
he's
looks
gone.
like.
That's really sweet.
I was gonna actually show
Thank
everybody.
you.
Most of you probably know how Photomancy works in Wizard 101 here, but
There goes the green screen.
Whoa.
What happened? Oh, there it goes. So I'm using Photomancy right now to get a shot of my friend here, with his pet as well. And so one of the things that there's pops in somebody else here. Okay, well, anyway. I want to move on to showing a few screenshots here since the show is pretty much wrapping up. If we have any other questions, we can answer them right after this. But I have here the Friendship Festival screenshots that you all had submitted in over the last couple of weeks. So I wanted to run through those really quick. So here we have, this is from Andy RB. Finally managed to
That's at my, wait, that's not my house. Never mind. That's not my house.
52 of them.
But
Also,
I do have a lot of those.
Beast Moon has me and my mount like tired and just running around and a little sleepy too.
Nice.
Come on, come on, come on.
Here we have Brandon Wildheart.
Come on, come on.
Waiting on my imaginary Valentine's love and some friends to join.
Let mine be on here, please.
Aw, that looks like a fun place.
Here we have Bridget, Riley Skyheart, and Honey are ready for Friendship Day and Valentine's Day. Here we have Brian Ravenheart, my death wizard. Brian Ravenheart. Questing with my bestie's death. We both have 7 wizards and met by chance when he was in Pet Pavilion. It's been 5 to 6 years since then, and we still have a blast together. Awesome.
Aw.
Here's Destiny Dragonheart and a cozy spot for entertaining friends.
Come on, come on.
And here, Fairy Queens, we had an amazing time at my Valentine's party. Look at all those people at her party.
Oh my gosh, that's so many.
She knows how to put on
awesome.
parties. That's so cool.
How did you get all those people to line up in a line?
They listen to me.
Amazing. That's
they
some
listen to
amazing
me.
coordination right there.
They listen to me. They love me. I love them too.
And here we have Fallon Life. I loved Friendship Festival. Firesword Jason and I met through Wizard 101 in 2010. So grateful for this game.
My baby.
And the memories it has brought us.
Aw.
And here we have someone hanging at the pet hatchery. And we actually get a few people who, maybe it doesn't work or they don't know how to take screenshots in the game. And that's why I was working on Photomancy a little bit ago. And I'm going to, after these screenshots, I'm going to just run through that real quick with all of you in case you don't know how to take screenshots in the game and send us a full screen.
Also, the sauce's son?
Taking, a photo of your actual computer screen. There is a way to do it in game if you're not aware of that. You can also ask your fellow wizards for advice on how to take screenshots. When we ask for these, you can then send those to us. And next we have here Isaiah Hexrider.
I know him. I follow him on Twitter.
Everyone. And here we have It's Me, Kelly. And next, Caitlin Soul Rider. Always nice to be with friends. Well-decorated dorm there. Oh, oops. And then next here, Kimberly Moonsong. Spent forever helping my friend farm for a lovely leopard in Nightshade's tower. But also she had no luck. Fortunately, I did, and we hatched every day until she got one too.
Aww.
And here we have, this is MBZ's Happy Friendship Festival screenshot. And a nice unicorn. Here's another group photo from Morgan Moonstone, Mr. Piggle and I making new friends. And then Rosalind hanging out at her Heavenly Palace, one of the newer houses that we released, I think that was last year. Here we have Samantha McDonald, my Samantha Dragon Tamer, in her Friendship Festival outfit.
That heart mount.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of those too, yeah.
That's awesome.
And here's Socially. And last but not least, William B. chilling with the bestie.
Very nice.
Thank you everybody for submitting your screenshots, your Friendship Festival screenshots. I'm going to pop over here to the game real quick. Okay, so how you do this, you can hit Z, and there we are in Photomancy. You also have another option. You can hit B to bring up your backpack, go back just one here to Photomancy. If you've taken any screenshots in the game before, they will appear here. If you're in this screen, you can also, by the way, click this button to go see which screenshots you have saved on the computer. So they'll be shown here that are saved on the computer. This is where you can go and access them on the computer. This tells you basically how many, if you have a ton. You can have up to 1,000 stored. here is where you can go and actually take a screenshot. Now you can take a selfie, my favorite mode. Love taking different selfies of different outfits that I'm wearing in the game. You can also have the normal camera, which is basically your facing out camera. And then you can take, screenshots.
I love Wiz.
Oh, your pet. Without
I love my
people.
babies.
Or without you. So it's up to you. There's different customizations and options here depending on the scene. You may just want to take, hey, here's a nice lovely scene of this area without anyone in it, or just yourself looking out. And then again, selfie camera if you want it from this perspective. You can take the picture immediately. Let's do that. There it is. And then you can go back, hit Z here, and take more photos.
Oh,
there's
a timer. I've never used a timer.
In case you have to organize a group lineup or something like that, and you need a few seconds, you can do that. If you want to see where they are, then go back to your Photomancy main menu. Here is the screenshot that I took, and it's not just the screenshot that you can submit to us as well.
Oh, I think you can do no pets, but it only works for your own character.
Want to add a little bit of bling bling to it, then go ahead and select the screenshot. Go over here, hit add decals to this photo. It brings up the screenshot.
This is actually
really
cute.
You can go
I never
ahead
use
and
it
add
though.
all sorts of decals.
But it is cute.
Some death icons. I can go ahead and click, and I can dot it with different school icons. There's a few others in here. Maybe a little. Well, that doesn't quite fit, but like
you can grow it. Grow it.
And you can do sizes and rotations and make them larger or smaller. So I can make these.
Yeah, there you go.
Fit a little bit better anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
And undo it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. All sorts of options. And then you can save it. You can save it over the old photos. You're like, you know what, this is perfect. Let's just save it. Or you can have it saved
That
as
is
another
perfect.
one. And then go ahead and exit out of that, and you will see that there it is.
Hi, AJ. Welcome.
And then again, the options folder here to see the actual file that you can then put on social media or share with us. So that's a quick rundown of Photomancy in Wizard 101 if you want to take some screenshots for our contests and events.
All right, very cool.
Whoa.
I had two questions. I have actually a lot of questions that I picked out of the chat, but I don't think we're going to have time to
Why
do
did he turn
all of
into
them.
a face?
I wanted to hit these
Why
two
did
because we have
Joel turn into a face?
this time, and they seemed good
Down
for,
there.
Good for him. So I'm going to see what you think about these. Prexby says, what is the process for coming up with the names and backstories of the characters in both Wizard 101 and Pirate 101? I don't know if you had anything to share on the fly.
On the fly,
he looks so happy.
I will open up by saying that naming is one of my favorite things ever. But I do know one thing that we always do. There's an initial exercise where, when we first have the world laid down and we come up with what the theme is, then we go looking for our references. I mean, to give Cool Ranch and Pirate as an example, well, it's like we got to have Zorro. We got to have Wyatt Earp. We got to have, the Magnificent Seven. And so then we spend a long time coming up with the punny names for those guys. And for the names that aren't punny, we just kick things around until we find one that we like. And often a better name will come up after it's been ordered from art or whatnot. So the name of the character in game doesn't match the name of the original task. And that always falls on us. And I only feel so bad about it.
All right. And the second one, Grubned says, hey, Sam, will Merle have any new dialogue in the spring update? You can just say that's telling.
That would be telling. Okay. But we're not done with him yet. There you go.
All right.
More worlds!
Let's see. Hey, did we finish up all the tips and everything?
Yeah, I think we got through pretty much everything, and we are out of time. So unless there's anything else,
we're out of time, and I'm sorry, guys. We'll get to more questions next month.
Save your questions. Ask them again. If you see our social tweets that say, "Hey, next month's KI Live," ask your questions. Well, I asked it last time. Did you get it answered? No. Ask it again. Go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can only take so many questions per show, and we love answering questions. So just keep asking them. If you don't get the answer. We'll get to them eventually.
Well, thank you everybody for attending. This was a great show. We went a full length and showed you a bunch of different things. And
I'm gonna ask
we
Troy if
look
he's gonna
forward to
go
seeing you
live.
again next time. Thank you to Blind Mew and Ratbeard and everybody on the show for coming on
I love
and
my
sharing your
dogs.
stories, answering community questions. Thank you, community in Twitch chat and elsewhere. And tomorrow, when you see this on YouTube, for watching and hanging out with us and everybody in game, in both Wizard and Pirate, for just chilling with us during this Friendship Festival, which is still going on through this weekend. So keep watch for updates on that from around the community and us. One last reminder that we also have, as you can see on the screen, February Friends 2021 giveaway code that goes until 6 o'clock. So you have 30 minutes from now for those watching the show live. Don't worry though, if you miss it, when we put it up on YouTube, we usually do another opening, and you'll get another chance once you see that announcement to get the code if you didn't get it before. And also keep watch for the newsletters next week. We usually put a little extra, even more, for a third chance to get the items. And real quick, Wizard 101, you get Super Cultures Horde Pack, Hatching Elixir, Pirate 101, you get Tribal Crew Pack, and Al-Hazred's Elixir. And I think we'll close this out with one more view. I gotta watch that Matthews Mathematics video once again. So if you all are interested in that, let's run through it one more. Yeah.
Let's do that one more time.
All right.
Well,
spells be changing.
All right. We'll close out the show with that. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Happy February, and we'll see you next month.
Yes.
Love you.
So-
Bye. A kitty cat! I saw the cat. It opened up my eyes. I saw the cat.
Now I will crush you, and you will be trapped here in your nightmares forever!
Well, that was, that was an interesting KI Live, kind of, but, like, it's interesting in the sense that it was slow. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like we've experienced more entertaining KI Lives where they've actually talked about stuff that didn't bore me. That one was not one of their best, but I would say that the highlight of that stream was definitely the screenshots. That was my favorite part. And whenever they said my name, because, well, I appreciate that. But mainly they talked about, there was a lot of Ratbeard talking about PvP and, like, new utility spells, and, they did mention a color wheel. They also mentioned that Merle will have more dialogue, which indicates that eventually they plan on making a new world or a new area or something. But they did not give out any dates. They didn't talk about too much other than boring stuff in my opinion. But yeah, those were the highlights. Eventually there will be a new area because they were talking about Merle having new dialogue. They also said that they are working on possibly a color wheel and possibly name changes. But aside from that, it's just the same old KI Live. That one was it was a slow KI Live in my opinion. So guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and raid Troy because Troy wants to do a VR Wizard 101 stream, and I'm gonna go ahead and call him so that way I can raid him. Let's see. Hello? Troy, if you're talking, your mic's muted.
Hello?
Hey.
I've got a really good idea.
What's your idea?
Should I say it?
You already said it.
Not
I
to
already
them.
told. Okay, you can tell him. I already told him though.
Wizard 101 VR.
You should do it today so I can raid you. You should go live right now so I can raid you because my stream's
I'm not
done.
gonna have a green screen because I'm in VR.
That's okay.
Okay. 1 second.
All right, go live, buddy.
Should I show
Go
them what
live.
I see on my VR? Or should I show them... I don't think I can show them how I see it on my VR. So I'll just show them that I'm controlling it with my VR.
Okay. My hair
All
looks good. All right, love you.
If you want to come in here, maybe I can have you play for a little bit and I can figure out how to display it.
You need to go live right now.
Okay, but you'll think it's really cool, so come in here when you're done.
Okay, okay.
Let me put on a thumbnail real quick.
Okay. Yeah, Wiz VR. He got a VR headset. The Oculus 2 is expensive. Very expensive. And he's wanting to stream it tonight. I am not doing another stream later tonight. This is the only stream of the day that I am doing, but I have been working on another video, so I'll be editing that today. Are you live? Okay, he's live. He's sending it to me. Alright guys, well, thank you for coming to the stream tonight. I really do appreciate you. Let me know what your thoughts are on the KI Live stream itself. I'm going to be keeping this stream public so that way you guys can come back and rewatch it if you want to. It's not going to go in my unlisted category because, I don't know, I feel like you guys like watching the KI Lives. So I'm going to keep this one public. Let me know what you guys think. You can leave a comment on it. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, and we are going to go ahead and raid Troy now. Please join the Discord if you haven't already as well, and I will see you for another live stream tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Bye!